no, I've got both Suzukis in the shed now, both going to get worked on. The white one here, it needs the transfer case pulled out because it won't go into any gear and the fluid's almost fluoro green in it. So it's pretty disgusting. And the my blue one, it needs a bit of work done on it, a bit of wiring. Bull bars I'm going to swap over. I'm going to put mounts on this one. I'm going to put a few aerial mounts on the side. And my top spotty mounts, because I like having them up top. And maybe some spacers to pull it out. Wheels and tyres, they're probably going to get changed over, and the suspension, because my one's sagged, and I'm just going to chuck this one on here, give me better everything really. So first thing that's got to be done, I've got to get mine out of here so I've got some room, and that one's going to go up in jack stands. First thing, transmission fluid's got to be dropped. Get under there and drop it out. So I'll chuck the drain plug back in now. Most of the fluid's out. There's probably going to be still a bit down there, but that's what we're going to worry about when we open it up. So that's the colour of the fluid. Milky, obviously had a lot of water in it. It looked fluoro green last night when I looked at it, but probably because I was under torchlight. So now we've got to drop that one and not this one because the bracket's all smashed up. So this one's out. Now we just got to drop the tail shaft and jack shaft. Yeah, so here it is, all out. Pretty heavy, like I can lift it up, but it's hard to get it underneath. I've got to clean up under here. It's a big hole now. We'll see what's wrong with it, but I've got to clean up under here first. The tail shafts are the hardest thing to get out. You've got to bash them and they're horrible. But let's open this up, give it a clean and see what's wrong with it. Sorry about the rain, but I've got all the bolts out. They're all sorted there. I've washed the transfer case, well, got most of the caked on mud off. It's pretty good now. That spins. So we're going to chuck this on the table, then once it dries I'll chuck it on the table and we'll start pulling it apart. So I've been trying for the past good half an hour to try and get the flanges off the end. They won't come off. I don't have a strong enough impact or anything to really hold it. So I'll find a way to get it off, but yeah, I can't get it off. So we actually got this fixed. That's 2-wheel drive there, into 4, up into low range, and then 1 down neutral. 4, 2, 4, neutral, low range. We'd put a bit of tape around these bits so it would hold it in. It's all sloppy. We think it just got jammed, but the 4-drive sensor switch is, all the wires came off the end, they snapped off, and I think you have to buy the whole switch. I'm going to see how much that costs, but pretty stoked with all this. Works well. We're going to chuck it into mode. We just got to put this brace on now. It's not too hard, it just bolts up there. Just get the impact and rattle those 4 bolts on. So before we put it back in, just to make it a bit easier, I'm going to chuck the rubber boot on here. It's just dust and water, keep everything out. So again, how we fixed it, we just pulled this out. There's a little kind of like collar in there. You push it down and twist counterclockwise and then kind of pull it out. And there's a spring, and then this pulls out as well. And it's pretty much just like your manual transmission. There's 2 forks in there, and one's for high, low, neutral, and one's for 2-wheel drive. And it was kind of jammed between them, so it was could only go into 2-wheel drive. So you just mucked around with that a bit, and then put it into the right slot when you chucked it in, and then it goes into all the high, low, everything now. You start yourself a bad job. So I got this mount on there, it's 4 bolts, that bracket. Then we got this one on this side with all the rubbers. They're on now, just got to put the drive shafts and tail shafts on. Mount the shifter and we'll be alright. So all there is to this thing is driving, is just got to fill it up with oil and we'll give it a test. Looking over. And my love is burnt out. My love is burnt in the sun. I think that's it actually. Now the last thing on this thing to do is just to put the handbrake on. There's a bit of a pin that slides in, holds it all together, and then I lost the split pin, so I'm just going to chuck a nail in there and bend that over. Yeah, so it's all good now. Fixed, drives, everything. Got new oil in the transfer case. It shifts gears, it's perfect. Maybe not perfect, but much better than before. So, yeah, works now.